What I need y'all to realize is that in real life, most of these guys are only circumstantial killers. What do I mean by circumstantial killers? These guys only take lives depending on the circumstances. And when they're in the streets, a lot of times they're under so much pressure from their homies and want to fit in so bad, they riding around looking for guys that they don't even know like that to do something to them. Or riding around looking for guys that they grew up with to do something to them. And then when they get put in a position like the county or prison, they singing a whole different tune. Because one, ain't no guns in there. Two, they guys ain't around to peer pressure them to do a bunch of dumb shit. I mean, we not gonna sit here and act like Von and Kiddo didn't share a cell for what, 5-6 months? We not gonna sit here and act like Von wasn't around 50 shots, the one that killed Whitey. A lot of these guys are nothing without a gun. But then two, a lot of times it be this scope that's on these guys that peer pressure them to want to constantly do dumb shit. A lot of them be on drugs. When they come down off this high, they be to realize, hey man, damn, I done did some shit that could possibly alter my life for the rest of my life. Or some shit that could possibly get me killed. We gotta stop looking at shit like it's a damn movie. This ain't John Wick Chapter 4. It's real life. A lot of these guys can't fight. A lot of these guys ain't had no fight in their life. That's how we came up in the 90s. These shorties now coming up like, hey man, shoot first, ask questions later. They shooting cousins and brothers and uncles and mamas and daddies. You think they won't shoot you? Somebody fight? But see, when they get put in that position, like in positions like that, it's better to become buddy-buddy, because if I end up being cool with them in here, then I ain't got to fight. And that goes for both sides. And a lot of people say, well, you know, he don't want to crash out. He did already crash out and all of that. It don't be that. Because if you didn't know, SNTV is here to let you know that once you in the county, you don't get no extra charges in the county for fighting. The only time you gonna get an extra charge in the county is when you actually take a life or you do something sexual and they put a free world charge on you. Other than that, there's no penalty in the county for fighting. If you fighting the police a lot in the county, when you get to the joint, your county gonna alert the police that's in the joint that, hey, he like to fight DOC officials, and you might have a problem right there. But nah, what it is this is real life. This ain't no movie. Don't nobody want to go to war and fight, stab, shoot, and kill 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 motherfucking days a year. Nobody wants to do that. So a lot of these guys be needing a break, man. Sometimes you need a break from the bullshit. How many times do you think that guys may have gave guys passes on the streets? Think about this, y'all. How many times do y'all think that guys may have gave guys passes on the streets and didn't tell their homies about it? Because they knew that their homies was gonna be on some shit like, man, you gave that nigga a pass, like you ain't do this, you ain't do that, man, you a bitch. They might have seen the guy on the streets and they, just wasn't on that at the time, or it wasn't the right, it wasn't the right situation, right circumstance to do nothing to him, and they didn't do nothing to him, or either they didn't have that, how they get their gun with them or something like that. Either way, I'm pretty sure it's a lot of incidents like that we probably never know about, and we will never know about, because they ain't never gonna talk about that. But that's reality, y'all. That's reality. They might be that did something to a dude after they done seen him 10, 15 times, because that's reality. And in reality, ain't none of these guys been trained for this shit. Don't none of these guys go to no shooting range. None of that. Motherfucker just gave him a pistol and told him to go do something. And a lot of them when they did it. Then two, when it comes for sliding for your guys, let me show y'all something about the streets. A lot of these groups that we be in, most of the time, we know we don't like everybody that's a part of these groups. A lot of these groups have groups within these groups. We don't like everybody in this game. We tolerate them because at the end of the day, we on the same team. But we don't like everybody. That's no different from a professional team, a football player or a basketball player. They may not like everybody that's on the team, but they tolerate them. Because at the end of the day, we playing for the same team. But I said that to say this. Just because somebody from your team die, that ain't necessarily gonna hurt you. In the eyes of the whole, it's like, well, now you obligated to slide or do something to somebody if they did something to this guy. But that don't necessarily mean that, you feel the same way about it. And a lot of times, a guy might be the guy that people are jealous of. And just because you love somebody don't stop you from being jealous of them. envious of them? It don't. If I had $1 for everybody that I felt like was jealous or envious of me and that proclaimed to have some love for me, I'd be rich. Real talk, y'all. We gotta stop thinking that this shit is a movie. This ain't no movie. In real life, when them people come at you with that 50, man. In real life, when you in a cell with 10, 15 ops, and it's only you and 2 more of your partners in there, or 1 more of your partner in there, and this nigga ain't really known for no fighting, and you ain't known for no fighting, what you think a motherfucker gonna do? They either gonna bow down, or they gonna try to do something to get moved to another day. Only a chosen few gonna take their ass whooping. And then after they take their ass whooping, what you gonna do, be cool with them then? Or you just gonna keep taking the ass whooping? This is real life, y'all. Real talk, this is real life, man. And ain't nobody gonna give it to y'all like SNTV gonna give it to y'all. That's why I need for y'all to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. I ain't got long, man. I'm finna be out there to the streets, man. And when I get back out there to the streets, y'all already know I'm turning the fuck up. It's your boy SNTV. I'm out.